Listen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I just have one question. This ain't even the Baltimore Ravens fans right now, but this is it to Pittsburgh Steelers fans right now. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers fans right now. Is there any is there any more Mike Tomlin haters within this fan base? Like, do they still exist, man? Because this dude is about to set an NFL record. Well, he already set an NFL record. Let's set the record straight here because he's already set an NFL record. He's about to extend his NFL record from 15 consecutive seasons without a losing season to go on to make it 16 consecutive seasons without a losing season. When we go up there to Cleveland, that shitty ass stank hole of a city that the Browns left to go to Baltimore, we're going to walk up into that stink hole. We're going to take over that trap too. Like we just took over Baltimore. For what is this, 3 years in a row we walked up into that shithole down there in Baltimore and took over that shit? Well, let me ask you something, Steelers fans. Is there any more Mike Tomlin haters after we just went buck wild, and ran for about 200 yards all over them that Baltimore Ravens defense? We just ran for 200 yards on them, boy. Like 100 in the first fucking half, boy. 100 in the first fucking half, boy. That's smash mouth football. That's old school. Jerome Bettis, smash mouth football. That's old school. Franco Harris, smash mouth football, baby. And then Kenny Pickett comes in like the fucking savior of the franchise that he is, like the franchise quarterback that he is, and puts the team on his back and drives them down the field, making checks at the line, doing things like a professional quarterback, looking like a professional quarterback out there, looking like a pro in the motherfucking game, boy. That's what Kenny Pickett's looking at. Most NFL-ready quarterback in the draft. That's why we took him. Best quarterback in the draft. That's why we took him. Najee Harris, best running back in the draft. That's why we took him. Shit's starting to come together now, boy. And we got what? The shit-stained Browns next. The 7-9. What are they? 7-9, 7 and whatever their fucking eliminated asses are. We got them next. They're next. Who we own? Ben Roethlisberger has more yards than any other quarterback since 99, since like Baker Mayfield finally broke Ben's record in throwing more passing yards than any quarterback in that shit stain of a shithole of a stadium that they call, I don't even know what it's called. Who gives a fuck what it's called? The stank hole, the Cleveland Browns, man. And what happened, Baltimore Ravens? What happened, Ravens red zone? Come on, man. Did you have a bow on the division again? What's up? Looks like you ain't winning the division this year. Let's go into Joey Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. And we're still alive. We're still in playoff contention, baby. We need a little bit of help. But who knows? If Tua doesn't play again and New England's got to play Miami or whoever, I think the Jets, they got to play the Jets. Miami's got to play the Jets. So, if they ain't got Tua in that game, the Jets might be favored. I don't know if the Jets are at home. I don't know if they have to go to Miami to play that game. But, hey, we'll see. If Tua ain't playing that game, I got to give that. Why? I got to say the Jets are the favorite in that game. I got to say the Jets are the favorite in that game. And then who else do we need to win? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. We got to win our game. It's the Cleveland shit-stained, skid-stained Browns. And that's going to put Mike Tomlin at another winning season. And we might just miss out on the playoffs. If we don't get a little help, we might just miss out on the playoffs. But there's a lot of games. I mean, we could have got the Jets. We could have got the Patriots. We should have beat the Ravens the first time if they didn't take Kenny Pickett out of the fucking game and put him in concussion protocol. We would have beat the Ravens the first time because Mitchell Trubisky looked like a rookie and Kenny Pickett's looking like a pro at it. And we're running the ball like we haven't ran the ball in like 5 years. Tomlin has turned this running game around. And Tomlin, I mean, we were fucking throttled in cap debt with Ben Roethlisberger. Everybody talks this shit that Ben Roethlisberger carried Mike Tomlin. Ben Roethlisberger carried Mike Tomlin. Bro, give me a break. Mike Tomlin revolutionized the Pittsburgh Steelers offense from a run-first offense to a pass-first offense. Ben had the best years of his career under Mike Tomlin statistically. Cowher used to have the handcuffs on Mike Tomlin or on Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger would throw it like 25 times a game. We ran a goddamn I-form offense with Dan Kreider and Jerome Bettis, and shitty-ass tight ends did all they could do was block until we got Heath Miller, who was a great blocking tight end who happened to be able to catch the ball. So Mike Tomlin, you can't, dude. His record, his resume, it speaks for itself. I talk about it all the time. In this type of season, it just goes to coaching. I mean, the players all could have jumped ship. They all could have quit. Everybody was calling it for Tomlin's head halfway through the season. You got Still Twins over there talking about Mike Tomlin's been exposed. You got Still Maiden over there talking about Mike Tomlin needs to be fired all the time. Mediocre. And you got half these motherfuckers in the fan base on my Facebook page. You don't understand how many comments I get on a day-to-day basis. Mediocre Mike, mediocre Mike, mediocre Mike. This dude has a .640 win-loss percentage. This man has won more playoff games than like half of the league in the past 20 years, and this is only his 16th year coaching, and we still have a chance to get into playoffs and go deep into the playoffs. I mean, we're one of the hottest teams in the league right now. The way we're running the ball, we're the best running team in the league right now. Jaylen Warren, Najee Harris, two-headed monster in the backfield. The offensive line starting turning around, and Kenny Pickett, like I said, is looking like a motherfucking pro at it. I shouted out to Marvin Lill in my last video. This one clown on Twitter is talking about how we need to sign J.J. Watt and shit. I said, he's washed, bro. Like, we're going to give J.J. Watt a ton of money, some washed up dude just for the namesake. Get the fuck out of here. Then he just retires. I said the Marvin Lill's going to step up. The Marvin Lill stepped up big in this game. He was making big plays in this game, looking like a beast, looking like he could be a solid nose tackle or a 3-4 defensive end for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he's still only a motherfucking rookie, boy. Come on. Pickens is a beast. I mean, Deontay's starting to turn it on. Najee's starting to turn it on. And Pat Freiermuth's one of the best tight ends in the league. I don't care what nobody says. Pat Freiermuth is like, dude, he's looking nice, man. So this offense is young. This offense is getting better each and every fucking week. And the defense, it's healthy. It's playing the best it's played all year. We're second in the league in turnovers coming into this game. We just need to get the sacks back. But that's because TJ Watt was out for 9 weeks. So, you know, we're not leading the league. This is like the first year in like 7 years, 7 years, the Steelers haven't led the league in sacks. All right. But TJ Watt was sidelined for half the motherfucking season. So that's starting to turn around too. And some of these other guys, now that TJ's back, they don't have that huge role. They don't have to fill them huge shoes. And they just play their roles, and they're doing really fucking good, baby. Really fucking good. Facts. Tomlin is a winner, Steeler Nation. I'm way over the fire Tomlin crowd at this point, man. It's ridiculous at this point, man. Like, if you just look at his playoff record, it's 8-9. They want to cherry pick off this little shit of his resume. You got to look at the whole body of work. The whole body of work is 16 years without a losing season. The whole body of work is when he won the Super Bowl. He was the youngest coach in NFL history to win a Super Bowl. The whole body of work is he's been to 2 Super Bowls. The whole body of work is he's on pace to pass Chuck Noll in all-time wins. The whole body of work is he passed up Bill Cowher in all-time wins faster than Bill Cowher. And Bill Cowher is a Hall of Fame coach who won a Super Bowl and lost a Super Bowl, just like Tomlin won a Super Bowl and lost a Super Bowl. So Tomlin has a better career win-loss percentage than Cowher. Tomlin has just as many Super Bowls as Cowher and just as many Super Bowl losses. Cowher has a few more playoff wins than Tomlin. That's the only thing Cowher has a little bit better than Tomlin. But Tomlin has a better career win-loss percentage. Same amount of Super Bowls. They basically have an identical resume, and Tomlin is still going. He's not even 50 years old yet. He can coach 15 more years in the league. And he only needs like 35 more wins to catch Chuck Noll. He's going to fucking leapfrog Chuck Noll if it's with the Steelers, if it's without the Steelers. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be with the Steelers, because after this goddamn season, there is no way that the Rooney family can go out there and break bread with this motherfucking man, this leader of men, this fucking legend, this Hall of Fame coach that he is, Mike Tomlin, because that's what this season's all about, is coaching, keeping the boys motivated, keeping the team buying into what they're trying to do. And everybody knows what the Pittsburgh Steelers are trying to do in Steeler Nation, and that's win a motherfucking Super Bowl. Of course we wasn't going to win a Super Bowl. This is a rebuilding year. This isn't supposed to be the year. This is the year, like the past 5 years, that they've been counting the Pittsburgh Steelers down and out. But we're still here. Week 18, going up to Cleveland and about to push their shit the fuck in. That's what's going to happen. And then hopefully we get some help. And just like last year, squeak into the playoffs by a fucking miracle, baby. Christmas miracle. Santa came in on his motherfucking sleigh and put a little present under the tree for the Pittsburgh Steelers, baby. So here we fucking go, baby. That was a great win. I mean, we just ran all over the Baltimore Ravens in their house. In their house. And then Kenny Pickett took it down against one of the best defenses in the fucking league for 6 to get that dub. You can't write it any better than that. You just can't write it any better than that, boy. Whoo! If you're a Steeler fan, you got to love it. Got $19 million in cap space next year. That Chase Claypool trade's looking like a steal and a motherfucking deal. That's like looking like a good late first-round draft pick we got for Chase Claypool. So thank you, Chicago, for that one. And $19 million in cap space. And the youngest offense in the league. Whoo! Highsmith playing like a baller, Pro Bowl defense outside linebacker. TJ back, Minka, Terrell Edmonds playing good. You know, get that $19 million. Get us a great inside linebacker. Get us a shutdown cornerback. The Steelers' defense is going to be right back on top. We're already leading the league in interceptions. Shit. We just got to get a little bit better at stopping a run. And that's, I think, inside linebacker is like one of the most important positions for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Spillane is good, but he's not that. I want a Pro Bowl. I want an inside linebacker that's one of the best, top 10, top 5 inside linebacker. And that just puts the Steelers' defense like, that shit, dude. Steelers' defense would be unbeatable. A linebacker that's like really good in coverage and help us out like Shazier, like what Devin Bush was supposed to be, that guy with the sideline speed that can help. 8-8 with we're going to be favored over the Cleveland Browns after we just got this big upset. Shit, I would put Pittsburgh, honestly, as a 5.5-point favorite right now over the Cleveland Browns. I'm not even looking at the lines, but I'm going to say Pittsburgh's a 5.5-point favorite over them shit-stained Browns. 4.5, 5-point favorite over Cleveland. That's what I'm calling because Cleveland's been playing like shit. Deshaun Watson hasn't been playing that good. Kevin Stefanski's not a good coach. That whole fan base is calling for who knows what. I mean, it's just a shithole of a franchise. It's Cleveland. It is what it is, and we own Cleveland, and that's a fact. We own Cleveland's ass. I mean, we basically ended Baker Mayfield's career in Cleveland. Let's be honest. Everybody was talking about how Baker Mayfield was the next big thing. Baker Mayfield's the next Brett Favre, next Tom Brady, laissez squaze, blah-diddy blue, blah-biddy blink. But what happened? We ended his career. I mean, first time we played him, second time we played him, he had to get benched. And then basically the last time we played him was basically essentially like we was ending it there. We ended their playoff hopes, their playoff dreams, and Baker Mayfield was done. I mean, they had all the talent in the world, couldn't do shit with it. Now Baltimore has all the talent in the world, couldn't win the division, didn't want to pay Lamar. Lamar didn't want to take the money they offered him. So what's there? That's going to be a huge storyline for Baltimore. I mean, they're going to franchise tag him probably, but who knows? Maybe Lamar just says, I ain't going to play on that franchise tag. I'm just going to hold the fuck out. You're either going to give me a long-term guaranteed deal or I'm holding out. That's what I'm saying if I'm Lamar. You're either going to give me a long-term deal or I'm holding out because you need me. Obviously, you needed me tonight to get that win to help keep us in the race for the division. Now, basically, we just ended any hopes for Baltimore to win a division. That's done, over with, kit and caboodle. Oh, because I think Cincinnati's going to seal it up tonight against the Buffalo because I think Cincinnati's the best team in the league right now. Cincinnati's the best team in the league. And outside the NFC East, the AFC North is the best division in football, period. We got 3 playoff caliber teams. I mean, Pittsburgh could have got easily the Patriots, the Ravens, the Jets, one of those 3. And Miami beat us pretty good. That was Kenny Pickett's worst game. That was like his first game. He looked like shit in that game. We'll give Kenny a pass because right now he's looking like a pro at it. I mean, he just looks like he's just so confident. He's in complete control of the offense. He's making checks at the line. He's just running up right to the referees, like just declining penalties. And like he's just a smart ass quarterback. He knows he's a quarterback. He is a quarterback. So what he is, he's not a Lamar Jackson. He's not a Lamar Jackson. He's a quarterback. Because the Ravens built their whole entire offense around this Lamar Jackson type of style. So they can't put in like a Kenny Pickett because their offense is built to run the ball. So once you get a quick lead on Baltimore, it's over. They can't come back from behind. So Baltimore, they got to start rebuilding again, basically. And we're in a rebuild mode. We're peaking. We're climbing. And we can only get better. Kenny Pickett's only going to get better. Najee Harris is only going to get better. Pickens is only going to get better. Freiermuth's only going to get better. This offensive line, they're all the youngest offense in the league, so they're still going to progress. They're still going to get better. And we got money and we got draft picks coming in for the Steelers. I mean, bro, we're right where we need to be. So the people calling for Tomlin to get fired, this is what the front office, any logical front office is going to look at this and say, this is a rebuilding year. We're right where we need to be, if not ahead of schedule going into next season. So anybody calling for Mike Tomlin's head, like in this fan base, bro, don't know football, bro. They're just some spoiled ass little silver spoon fed bitches. And that's a fact because Mike Tomlin's resume speaks for itself, bro. It's a volume, bro. It's a straight 15 years, 16 years, bro. Without a losing season, been to 2 Super Bowls, won 1. Give me a break. Youngest ever to do it when he did it. Come on, give me a break, man. It's a Hall of Fame resume. Period. Better than fucking Tony Dungy, who's in the Hall of Fame. Better than Bill Cowher, who's in the Hall of Fame. And he's going to pass Chuck Nolan all-time wins. Steelers are going to break bread with him, period, and make him one of the highest-paid coaches in the league, which he should be because he's better than Harbaugh. He owns the division. So people put Harbaugh in the top 5. Tomlin owns the AFC North. So you're going to put Harbaugh in the top 5. You better put the guy who owns that division ahead of him. I know that. So you go Belichick, you go Reed, then you go Tomlin. That's it right there, top 3. And them facts. I might even put Tomlin ahead of Reed. I'll probably put Tomlin ahead of Reed. Call me a homer. I don't care. And we'll see what type of moves Omar Khan wants to do. Because there's more moves the Steelers can make. Like, I haven't even really looked into their salary cap situation yet. I was looking into it a little bit one day. But there's moves they can make. Like, you could cut Mitchell Trubisky's bum ass and free up a bunch of cap. You could cut some of these older offensive linemen. 2 of them, like Dan. I don't know if they're going to get rid of Daniels, though, because Daniels been playing all right. They're not going to get rid of Chooks. Mason Cole, maybe they might want to get rid of, but I don't know. The offensive line's getting a little bit better. I mean, you cut Daniels and Mason Cole, both of their salaries can get you like the creme de la creme Pro Bowl type of talent offensive lineman. So just knock both their salaries out and just get a Pro Bowl guy. Left tackle, boom. Slide Dan Moore in at guard, boom. Doxton, Moore. Hopefully Kendrick Green turns it around. Then we got Chooks Okafor. There's your line. And then you could draft your talent at the defense. And you still got $19 million in cap space. So then you can go out there and get a fucking Pro Bowl wide receiver, too, for like 20 if you want to. $20 million. Steelers won't do that, but you could. Steelers ain't going to do that, but you could. You could. They might draft a guy. First round pick, maybe you get Addison. If Addison's still sitting around there in the first round for Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett's weapon, USC wide receiver, one of the best in college football. Kenny Pickett's old buddy that he won an ACC championship with, that used to play for Pitt until he jumped in the portal and went to USC. Oh, buddy. Put him in the slot, and then you got Pickens on the outside and Deontay. Oh, buddy. With Freiermuth, Najee Harris. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. And pretty much most of the defense coming back. Oh, buddy. Draft a new inside linebacker. Oh, buddy. In the second round. Oh, buddy. Get a little depth in the secondary and a little depth at the O-line. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. And a nice, easy schedule next year for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh. And they said we were done. Said it was over. Said the Pittsburgh Steelers suck. Quantrell Bishop was talking about we're going to be rebuilding for the next 20 years. Hey, Quantrell, this ain't Cleveland. This is Pittsburgh, buddy boy. This is Pittsburgh, buddy boy. What's up, Baltimore? I can victory lap on you hoes all day, Baltimore. What's up? We walked in your trap and took over your trap, Ravens Red Zone. I seen you play my whole video. Over there. I had to look. After tonight, I had to actually go look at your garbage content and seeing you play my whole video. Because that's the best content you're going to get all fucking year. Because nobody cares about your scrub-ass fucking channel. All right? Or your scrub-ass squad. You're second best, as always. Second best, as always. This year, it just happens to be behind Cincinnati. And Pittsburgh's going to be back on top again. Big Brother's going to be back on top again. Believe that. Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Ravens Red Zone. Believe it. Because we the Pittsburgh Steelers. We ain't the Cleveland Browns. It don't take 20 years. Shit. Don't take 1 year. We still here. We still here. We still here. We still here, buddy. Fuck the Ravens. And fuck the Browns. And fuck the Bengals, man. We'll see what Joey Burr can do. This is the window now. Cincinnati's got the 2-3 year window. I think they're the best team in the league. They got the 2-3 year window. We'll see what they do tonight against Buffalo. We'll see who the King Kong Dick of the AFC is tonight. We're going to find out who the King Dick of the AFC is tonight. I think that King Dick is Cincinnati. I mean, they already beat Kansas City. So if they knock off Buffalo, if this is college football, if we're doing this by college football standards, and if Cincinnati knocks off Buffalo and Cincinnati knocks off Kansas City, they're the King Dick of the AFC. In my humble fucking opinion. And next to the NFC East, like I said, NFC North's the best division in football. What's up, everybody? Yeah, man. Even Ravens Red Zone, they was like, man, I have nothing wrong with you insane. Take Lamar's fucking knee out. A couple Steeler fans got mad. This one dude gave a bad review on my Facebook page. He's like, he wishes for players to be injured. Bro, it's the name of the game. It's the league, the world that they play. And, dude, there's jobs. It's so much money on the line. Lamar has a lot of money on the line coming in this offseason. He was like, shit, these boys didn't want to guarantee me. I ain't going to guarantee them a division. That's what Lamar said. He said they don't want to guarantee me. I'm not going to guarantee them a division win, or at least keep them in it. At least keep them in it. But now they ain't even in it for the division no more. So good job, Baltimore. You got a lot of decisions to make. Steelers really ain't got too many big decisions to make. Really. Who they got to draft. And then if there's a fucking great gem of a free agent, pay man. And I think if there's any team that's good at doing business, it's the Pittsburgh Steelers. So if they really want to get a deal done, I'm sure the Rooneys can get a fucking deal done. All right? And Brandon Rodgers' team. I made a video like 3 years ago, before the year before they traded Russell Wilson. I said the Seattle Seahawks should just trade Russell Wilson now. And Brandon Rodgers, I was crazy. He said you're stupid, you're retarded. The system is Russell Wilson. No, the system is the system. All right, it's the system that makes the Seattle Seahawks, just like it's the system that makes the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a standard, and it's a way of doing things over fucking 50 fucking years. That's been the most successful way of doing things over the last 50 fucking years. But Brandon Rodgers thinks some guru fucking hotshot faggot named Kevin Stefanski is going to come in and change the whole way the NFL's played and how you build franchises and how you build a winning culture. Some hotshot analytic faggot who thinks going for it on fourth down is a good way of doing things. All right, that's just not the way it is, because all those faggots have losing records this year. Tomlin's about to go on 16 years without a losing season. All right, Brandon Rodgers, you little shit. Pete Carroll did it, and USC was one of the best programs in all of college football for years under Pete Carroll. All right, and Seattle, he brought the most success the Seattle Seahawks has ever seen in their entire franchise history. All right, Brandon, Russell Wilson was just a part of that, along with Marshawn Lynch and the Legion of Boom. Just like the year the Steelers won their Super Bowl in 2005, Ben Roethlisberger was just part of Jerome Bettis' story, because he was the heart and soul of that franchise. And they pretty much they all wanted to put the team and put him on their back to win it. They wanted to put Jerome on their back because Jerome put the fucking franchise on his back for fucking 13 years and ran for like 13,000 yards. So they said, Jerome, we're going to carry you. We're going to carry you all the way home to Detroit and win you a motherfucking Super Bowl. And that's what the Pittsburgh Steelers is all about, baby. That's why they got that win over them classless ass, joke ass, three city having fucking bitch ass Raiders, and took that out for Franco. And then bump, we got this one over the Ravens. And then bump, we're going to get another one over Cleveland. And then pray for a little help, baby. So here we go, Steelers.